I think it was in 2019, the Jews, the fake Jews. A Jew is somebody that cleans their house and meditates. That's why Jesus called the Pharisees and all that. He called them fake Jews. He said, because you do not go in yourself and you prevent others that would from doing so. So it's the third temple of Jerusalem. And they're looking for a perfect heifer to burn it for its ashes for the temple. This is just insane. This is so stupid. Right. Got the two testaments. First testament. Ment means mind. Testing a mind. Okay? Then you've got the New Testament. So 2 temples have been destroyed and they're building a third. 1 Testament, 2 Testament, 3rd Testament. So whilst they're raising red heifers and making sure it's perfect, which means that if they find 1 hair follicle with 2 hairs coming out of it, it means that bull is not perfect. This is how insane this is. It's just, you can't make this up. So those individuals have trapped themselves in the Old Testament. They still have the old consciousness. They've not broken out of it. They're locked down. So the whole thing's about consciousness. Through the ages, a rise in consciousness. Look at what humanity has achieved in such a short period of time since the Industrial Revolution. What is responsible for this sudden explosion of engineering prowess, technology? It's all shit. But what is responsible for that? Well, it's consciousness. So there's a rise in consciousness. And consciousness rises to a point where people can be called out. They can be channeled to make a decision where they realise that I don't want a part of this. I don't want to be in this. Can you imagine? Like if God turned up, okay? And he turns up and he's there in his big white beard and there's children running around with harps and things. And the poor people are putting down palm leaves at his feet and all the rest of it. Because that's the religious ideologue. And that God turns up and says, right, we're all going back to the old ways. I want you all to sacrifice your first child. But you know I'm only testing you. And I want you to come and follow me into the desert. But with your current state of consciousness, you'd be looking at this God and you'd be like, fuck off. You're an idiot. But that level of consciousness served a point. It served a purpose. And amongst the people of that day, there were people that were bright enough, wise enough, bright enough to get it. And that consciousness those individuals, they rose above the rest and they rolled into the next iteration of life. And then of course it all gets corrupted. The original meaning gets lost because over time consciousness goes down, and then all of a sudden the fucking idiots are in charge. Look around you, people. Who's in charge? Are they really intelligent? Are they doing the right thing? Are they really serving humanity? Or are they fucking morons doing nothing more than serving themselves and their fucking ridiculous hidden agendas, which aren't hidden? It's fucking obvious. And amongst those people that are in the Second Testament, they're starting to see through the shit show and they're being called out. But the people don't understand. So they're trying to escape from Babylon, from the confusion, from these fucking idiots, and escape their own confusion, trying to pin it down. And they're running backwards and forwards in the world and they can't suss it out. Adam and Eve, that is your intellect and your subconscious mind, were ejected from the Garden of Eden. They had to be. Now this happens after the enlightenment, which is the Kundalini. Because when you're blind and you're just going about your normal life, you don't see any of this. Because your consciousness is low. Jesus referred to such people as the dead. Let the dead bury the dead. So now you recognize where you are. You're not in the Garden of Eden, you're in the wilderness, and it's fucking shit. Surrounded by lunatics, man. And you've got to get back from where you came. But the Garden of Eden is inside you, it's within, isn't it? So you've got to get back in there. It's not about escaping, it's about breaking in. Everyone's trying to escape prison planet. Nobody's going fucking anywhere. Elon Musk and his stupid rocket ships going to Mars. Fucking hell. Escapism. Escapism into alcohol. Escapism into drugs, LSD. Escapism into conspiracy theories. Escapism into religion. Escapism into your own depressions. Escapism into the imaginings of your own mind. Escaping. You can't. You have to break in. You've got to break in. Meditation is how you break in. I get some emails, man. I get phone calls and things. Look. This might upset some people. But I'm going to say it anyway. Jesus came on as the lamb. Go and have a look at a lamb. Go and watch videos on lambs. Gentle creatures. Wouldn't hurt anybody. It's written in the Torah, invite the lamb into your home and then look after it and then kill it. So the lamb is a sacred secretion. So you clean your house, you invite the lamb into your home, you take it down, you bring it back up again and you fucking kill it. Firestorm in the brain. Baptism of fire. And he comes back as a lion. The second coming of Christ, 7 times. It's listed in the Bible as 6 times. The 7th time is the book of Revelation. But people can't see that. Wonder why? Must be a consciousness thing. One of the emails I got. Just bear with me, people. No, it wasn't that one. There's one. This is from John. I get pleasure hearing you have been in turmoil because I know you're about to climb even higher. Yeah, you're fucking right. It comes with challenges. It ain't easy. If you think this is easy and you can't do hard, then fuck off, because it ain't for you. Climbing mountains. In this world, everything's so comfortable. Everything's given to people. Everyone wants, just the comfort. Fucking sleep on the floor. Take a cold shower. Don't eat for a week. Do whatever it takes to get out of your fucking comfort zones, people. Right. Just a moment. No. No. I do apologise for this. There you go. Your best friends are the ones that kick your ass. If your friend doesn't tell you that you're being a knob because he doesn't want to hurt your feelings, he's not your fucking friend. He's not even worth knowing. The best people in your life are the ones that tell you how it really is. And it should smack you in the face so that the smack is hard enough that you get a grip and you take some fucking responsibility. And if you can't do that, then you can't help yourself, can you? That's what this is all about, helping yourself. I'm not going to help you. What? Fucking sat here in my room talking shit on the internet. How does that help anyone? You have to help yourself. So, I won't mention any names, but this applies to others as well. So listen to what's being said. I could use some help. You're getting it. You're getting it right now. And I guarantee it, your fucking ego won't like it, but you're getting it anyway. I'm having a really hard time giving up meat. I keep trying. I get about a day or 2 into it, and then my weakness gives in. What, a day or 2? A day or 2? Weakness? You haven't even fucking started. You fucking hell. It is made harder by the fact that everyone around me eats meat. Fuck them. Why, what are they doing? They get in a fork and put it into your mouth, are they? Are they feeding you? Are you in a wheelchair with no arms? So it is made harder by the fact that everyone around me eats meat and absolutely refuses to give it up. Who gives a fuck about them? What about you? This isn't about fucking groups. It's not about your family. It's not about your parents or even your children. It's about you. They aren't people I can just walk away from. Why not? My dad is diabetic with a wound on his foot. He has a lot of trouble getting around. Fucking hell. Well, if his feet aren't very good, he's not going to chase you, is he? So walking away from that is really easy. So I feel as though he's my responsibility to take care of. Why do you own him? Does he own you? Now these are fucking hard truths I'm saying now. My brother dipped on us after he graduated and hasn't made any effort to help or talk to us. Fucking your brother. Fucking right on. He's gone his own way. He's left the nest. He's gone. Why the fuck would he want to come back? And you're there like, oh, that bastard's left me here looking after this prick. You've got to get real. My dad's old and stubborn and refuses to change anything about himself or the way he lives and barely takes care of himself at all. You are an apple that hasn't fell far from that tree. You're projecting. You're blaming others for the shit that you can't achieve for yourself. Do you see what's going on here? You're blaming your dad for his incapacity, for his whatever. You're blaming your brother because your brother's fucked off. And you're saying that they're all bad. And you're calling yourself weak. My God, man, get a fucking grip. I feel very alone, like an outsider to all of my family and even my good friends, of which I have a few. If you're already feeling like that, why bother staying? Do you feel appreciated? Or like a ghost? Ghost them. Get a job in another state, another country, move. Don't tell them, just go. And don't look back. Remember Lot and his family leaving Sodom and Gomorrah? They never looked back. They were specifically told, don't look back. This is where people have got to get over their feelings, their limbic system. Now, emotions are a good thing, but not if they're controlling you, man. There's a thing in your brain called the amygdala, and the amygdala controls emotion, relates emotion to memory, and also produces hormones. And it's bigger in females than it is in males. Females are generally more emotive. There's nothing wrong with that. They sense danger more because they're not as robust as males. So they have to be more sensitive than a male to danger, especially if they're raising young children. That's why the male is the protector and the woman is the nurturer. That's the way things are. It's called nature. But if emotion is ruling the house all the time, you're going to be fucking miserable. So how do you get rid of it? You meditate. Clean your house. I don't say these things over and over and over and over again because I like the sound of my own voice. I say it because it works. It's fucking simple. Go and speak to a fucking heroin addict and ask him if he's happy. When your body is cleaned, or cleaner, you can shift the energy. And you can raise that energy to power this. And it's not that energy isn't being wasted on emotions or stupid thinking. Now you can have emotions, but they're not gonna control you, making you feel like you feel. You've got to take responsibility for this. I can't do a damn thing other than give you a fucking bollocking. Come on, man. I feel like everyone around me refuses to make any kind of change for the better, and I'm stood in the middle watching it all. What are you, a fucking evangelist? You're trying to change everyone but can't change yourself. Fuck off. Get in the sea. It's hard on my mind. Yeah, because you're doing the work of the impossible. I have been shown the light. No, you haven't. And I feel as though it is all I have left of hope. My girlfriend, bless her, she listens to me talk about all of this stuff, but I can see it on her face. It goes in the ear, but doesn't ring any bells and doesn't touch her soul the way it touches mine. Then stop wasting your time on her. This is an individual journey. I keep saying it. I'm talking to an individual. Now, the individual that wrote this letter knows it's for him. But there's other individuals listening, and some of the things that I'm saying will be pertinent to them as well. So this isn't wasted. Individual journey. You can't take anybody with you. Everyone walks their own path. You can fucking hold hands with as many people as you want. But when it comes to breaking back into the Garden of Eden, you do that shit on your own. When you raise the energy, then you're not alone. But Danny, you just said you'd break into the Garden of Eden on your own. Yeah, but you're not alone. Because your higher self is there. Now you write, I've seen the light. Yeah, taking drugs like LSD doesn't count. You might see some funky stuff, but then your ass gets handed to you and you get fucking thrown out, don't you? And there's wailing and gnashing of teeth. Is that not where you are now? The Bible. It's pretty fucking clever, isn't it? I watched the meditation video. When I was through, just as he said, I felt the warm embrace of the universe vibrating through my core. I felt at peace. Thank you for that. Why are you thanking me? Look. I can't help anybody. I'm not your hero. Don't bow before me. I'll stick my foot in your fucking ass. You lift yourself up. You raise the energy and then you lift it up. Do I need to quit smoking cigarettes to clean my ass? I've been trying so desperately to quit. What was that? And when I've tried to smoke while on any psychedelic, I could literally feel the disgust in my body radiating from within. I could feel the damage it was doing to me and I hated it. Why are you asking me that if you've answered your own question? Come on, man. Sit down and read your own email 100 times until you finally see what I can see. I smoke. There's lots of things that I'm doing that I shouldn't really be doing, and I know that. But this is my journey. Everybody's an individual. Everybody has their own body. I don't know what you've done to your bodies. I was in the military for a long time. We were generally kept fit. I didn't have a sedentary lifestyle. Wasn't a couch potato. Although I did enjoy being a couch potato when I had the opportunity. We're all different. Everyone's got their cross to carry. Fuck, I'm carrying mine. I'm fucking carrying anyone else's. This is a battlefield, right? You've heard that saying, it's fucking garbage. From the military, especially the Americans. Nobody gets left behind. Yes, they do. They get left behind. Because they didn't take care of themselves. You need to change the way you're thinking. don't want to destroy the temple that my soul was gifted to me so graciously. I want to learn more of the truth. You aren't kidding when you say the psychedelics that give you a taste of the truth and kick you out of the door once it's stopped. But I do feel like it has helped me get closer to the right direction. No, it hasn't. It hasn't. You're fucking lying to yourself. You are deceiving your higher self. It led me to you, for instance. Yeah, now I'm kicking your fucking ass. Music has been one of my biggest guides. Yeah, these things are all external, and it's brought you to a point in your life where you have to start looking within. You have to break in. And don't write that to me either. I'll see you on the other side. I want to see you on this side. Like people think that, oh, I'll get to heaven when I die. No. What did that character Jesus say? He said, heaven is at hand. He didn't say, you get to heaven when you die. He never spoke like that. That's just shite that you've inherited. Listen. Get a grip of yourself. Lift yourself up. Male or female. Be ruthless if you have to be. Do what you need to do. But do it with clarity. Don't be running around like a lunatic. And how do you get clarity? Clean your house. Meditate. Can't stop eating meat after a day or two. Fuck off. Start eating it raw. Sincerely. That's not sincere. That's not sincere. It's not. Right. Which segues into the next email. Right. And this is from June. Danny, I want your point of view on selfishness. Selfish, I have never sold a fish in my life. And self-preservation. Yeah. You've got to be selfish to preserve yourself. Whilst on this spiritual journey, a journey of consciousness, awareness. I'm sure you've seen it. Society, religious liars, I guess, have made Jesus into this selfless being. And all the great sages preached being selfless. Self-preservation has become somewhat shunned upon, and that selfishness is bad. And in your last video, when it came to the choice of light or darkness, I feel like in choosing light, there's a bit of self-preservation for self in that. There's a bit of selfishness, not in the sense of keeping it away from everyone, mine, stomp, but in the sense that you don't want anything or anyone to come to steal it again, either as it has happened before. I learned that because of my childhood. I learned to hide my energy. That happens to all of us as children. It gets beaten out of us and it withdraws. It's still there, but it just withdraws. And then we take on this act. The act's a lie. It's a story, so it can't die. Nothing can happen to it. It's a fiction. It's like trying to ram a mirage. It doesn't exist. So, but what does exist? When you get beyond the mirage, the illusion of the ego, consciousness, the self. So yeah, be selfish. Be selfish as fuck. That's what it means to rule your kingdom. You're ruling your kingdom. And you let in what you want to let in. So the last email, I read it and it irritates me because it's pathetic. I am what people would call not nice. Because people can't deal with it. Radical honesty. Being radically honest with yourself. It's painful. It's painful to look in the mirror and then see that for most of your life that you're nothing more than a fucking charlatan. Been there. It's a horrible experience. Welcome to the dark night of the soul. That's where you need to be. And all this fucking tap dancing and sitting on the fence. Oh, I don't know what to do. What about, all the other people? Fuck them. Didn't Jesus say, let the righteous remain righteous and the filthy remain filthy? Well, that's pretty fucking selfish, isn't it? Jesus just said, well, that guy over there, he's righteous, but fuck him. And that one over there is filthy, and fuck him as well. Can you not see this? This is why I encourage people to read the book. It's awash with pearls. Really, it is. And there are some people that you can give these pearls to. I'm giving pearls now. I'm quiet, just watching the world fall apart, helping those who need it in person. No desire to spread the truth on social media. So yeah, what's your take on selfishness and being about self completely? Self is always anyways. That there. The last bit. Self is all anyways. Then why would you sell self short? Love your neighbour as you love yourself. So who's the neighbour? It's not him. It's not her. It's the ego. It's the younger brother. The neighbour. Love him as you love yourself. Do you not love anything in the world? The Apostle Paul moaned about him. Oh, they become lovers of self. Yeah. The Apostle Paul's just like, he's just, oh, woe is me. Nobody likes me. He's such a whiny fuck. Oh. To walk a journey you're on your own, you've got to be selfish. You've got to look at where the journey's going to take you. That's where the book helps. It's going to have a high cost. But that's the ego. Oh, I've lost this, I've lost that. But you've gained so much more. You might lose your jobs, your businesses, your monetary wealth. Fuck that. You're building the third temple, people. And you're building it in silence, meditation. And the heifer, the perfect heifer, what's that? Or the fattened calf. Like God says, come to my festival, my party. I have fattened a calf for you. Who's the calf? It's the ego. But it doesn't die. It just gets really fucking clever. When I meditate now, I see pictures. In the Torah, which is the first 5 books of the Bible, I forget which one it was. The word is dabarim, and it means word pictures. And I think that is, I think that's Deuteronomy. But I see pictures. What did I see? I saw the pyramids in Giza, and next to the pyramids was a man wearing a mask. It's an ego, it's a persona, and it was all like black monochrome. No light, fake. Not the real architects. Pretenders wearing a mask. That's what I'm seeing within. That's what my heaven reveals to me. I'm not impressed by architecture. I'm impressed by this. I'm impressed by other people when they get it and they send me emails. That's where you're headed. This world, the people, they're not ready for these truths. It's not because, well, it's not because they're not ready. It's because they hate it. They hate it. They've been programmed to hate it. Jesus loves everybody. No, he doesn't. Programming. They don't even know who Jesus is. Even the name's no more than 400 years old. Jesus is your higher self. And the Apostle Paul is the whining ego. Oh, I can't do this. It's sad, you know, that when we have adults that are still, they haven't grown psychologically. And this is what this is about. It's about the growth. Psyche means soul. Psyche is the soul. So it's about the growth of the soul. It's about being lifted up. It's about having great spirit, presence, to be able to speak with an authority. It's not about being untouchable. People just don't want to fuck with you because you're in a different operating place. And I know this is harsh and it's coming across as harsh, but it's time to stop playing people. Do you think the people that, the system that's currently in play, do you think they're playing? Or do you think they, in their secret boardrooms when the doors are shut, do you think they're like, do you think they're just dabbling a little bit? The people that are deciding the path for the masses, do you think that they're just like, oh, I don't really know today. Not sure, really. Or do you think they're fucking dedicated? Do you think they take a day off? It's a selfish endeavor. Building the third temple is a selfish endeavor. And the only reason I make these videos, it's a parting gift. It's just a gift, and I give it to people. But they are the ones that have to understand. They are the ones that have to, embody this. These pictures that I'm being showing, these symbolic comic strips, if you will. Who's sending me them? Where's it coming from? When I see the eye of Ra, Ra means light. And it's looking at me and I'm looking at it. Where is that? It's all in here. And if you look at the Masonic compass, and it's got the compass and square, and it's got the G in the middle, symbolic of God. So that's fake. That's just a Masonic, fake, made